So it's like this is in my opinion, one of the big problems with Christianity is, I mean, it's probably, I mean, I don't know, I don't really know much about religions. I mean, I know the most about Christianity, but one thing I've noticed, and it's like the fact that, like, even like I mean, I've got the name Equip the Angels. I've subscribed to numerous amounts of Christian channels, and still not one of them like could have just left a positive comment on my page. And I think a large part of that is the programming. This is where I think that the modern Christianity, this modern religion, is actually designed a particular way to, actually take us away from love. Even though it appears to be the most loving thing that somebody could do and put their life into, that's what it's being essentially sold as. I think it's the exact opposite. And one of the biggest reasons why is because it takes away humanity's ability to help each other out in desperate needs and moments. And again, even though like the word is all about helping others, but because it's a program that's all designed about giving, asking for help above, and then like, theoretically in Jesus and all this and that, like it takes away your ability to communicate with other people. And I think this is why you get so many, like there's a coldness, like when I see Christians and stuff, like I don't get the most warm, loving, beautiful feeling. I just don't. And what just happened yesterday also kind of proved it, because it's like, if y'all really were that warm, loving, and caring, Jesus was here for the sinners. He was not here to help out the people that were already good and taken care of. No, his main duty was to help out those in need, people in situations like myself. And the fact that not one person, especially not one Christian, was able to just send some type of a, hey man, I hope you're doing all right, you can call me, something, just some type of a kind, loving, caring gesture, tells me that that is not a very loving, kind, and warm fucking place to be. And it also, I believe, takes away your power. I mean, it does. When you're worshiping something else outside of yourself, you're giving your power to that. And I don't think Yahushua would want us to do that anyways. I think he just wants us to use his word as a guiding stone, as a way to navigate through this reality, but for us to also be original to ourselves and our own fingerprints. But that's where you get lost in. It's like people, they don't teach you that in the church. They just tell you to, that's why I also felt like people in the church largely are very much like robots. Like they're all kind of the same. Like there's not much real originality or authenticity in like their own individual spirit. And I think that's also been done by design, because the more that the enemy can take away our soul, can take away our spirit, can take away what we love to do, our genuine personality, the more they're taking away our power. And as you look at the world today, that's exactly what's going on. I mean, with this many Christians on the world, there should be no reason why there isn't like vast amounts of movements all over the world to combat all the problems going on. Like somebody like myself should have no trouble finding work to do to help out some type of problem and need. But that it's not that easy to find. Like I've tried getting into charity organizations. I've tried, growing, like even tree planting is not an easy job to do. Like you have to like get on it at the right time. Like there's a waiting list. Like it's not easy, but it's a very easy job. It should be an easy thing to do when we have a planet that's dying of pollution and an overabundance of CO2 emissions. Planting trees and plants and shrubs and things like this is just common sense. It would totally fucking help counter everything that's going on, especially with hemp, because hemp fucking extracts the poisons out of the soil and also replenishes the soil. But yet these type of things are not being done, even though in the good book it talks about in Genesis 9:3, giving you the green herb. What other green herb gives you all things? Nothing else does it but cannabis. It's literally right there in the beginning of the good book, and yet still Christians, they don't want to see it. Like whenever I talk about it to them, like it's like, it's like they just don't want to believe it. It's like they've been programmed against, essentially the true loving way of doing things, and also like they so much so that they don't even see the facts. Like they ignore the facts to favor their own personal attachment that they have with their own personal fucking religion that they've just grown used to, instead of looking at the facts and being like, oh shit, this plant actually does do a lot of amazing fucking things with really no harmful side effects. And it does say, oh, in the green herb have I given you all things. Like, maybe there's a connection there. But it's like, people still don't even see that. It's really quite sad. So it's like this, all this needs to be done. Like this is showing the world and myself the state of things. And it tells me what I need to do in order to move appropriately. It's just crazy. Like, wow. Like, I knew it was bad, but like, I didn't know it was this bad. Like, people have really lost touch with like their hearts. Like, they really have. It's really fucking sad. And a lot of it has to do with people not choosing to stand up, people not wanting to really love, people not really wanting to care, and people not really wanting to figure out solutions, people not really wanting to talk to each other. I mean, this is where it comes from. Is people, I mean, we've done this to ourselves. You know, we've done this to ourselves. And only us can get us out of this hell. Like, there's nobody coming for us. If that was true, like, how many children have died from starvation? Don't you think if somebody was going to help out, like, people and in, like, the situations, like, that would be the first place they'd go, is places like Africa, where you have, like, 50,000 people dying of hunger? Is it every year? Yes, I think that's where he'd probably go. But he doesn't go there, because we are here to save ourselves. That's that's another huge problem with Christianity, is people are waiting on a savior instead of doing the work that needs to be done. And I've always said, like, I do think there's a possibility that we could receive help from above, but we have to show the people above that we have learned the lesson here, that we are countering and changing our ways, and we're not continuing to destroy this planet. We're not continuing to be cold to each other, and we're not continuing to, you know, go about an infrastructure that's literally destroying life on every level that it can. Like, these are the things that we need to do in order to receive help from upstairs and learn the lesson. Until we do that, we're fucked. So I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like, I feel like I kind of got to get, like, take the gloves off a little bit here and get a little rough, you know, not rough like physical, but just a little rough with my words, because action, like, we need action. Like, we need action. Enough is enough. Okay, like, if we are literally going to be doomed and have to go through a bunch of karmatic shit again if we don't learn our lesson here, guys. The solutions are there. We just need to care about them, implement them, and share them, and open our hearts to each other. It's really that simple. It really is a simple solution. It's not complex. The devil works in complexities. The Most High is simple. God is simple. Love is simple. Just care. Like, just fucking care. Like, care about the planet. Okay, there's a problem with the planet. Let's try to figure it out. And for those of you that are too busy to do that, which I get, because a lot of people are, then y'all should at least support those that have the time, the luxury, and the desire in their heart to care about it. You know, if you can't do it yourself, well, then maybe you just support the dude who can do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's okay. Like, you guys have a lot of 9-to-5 jobs. I'm in a unique position here to where I've been able to live at my parents' house, and they've got enough wealth to allow this. I mean, I don't really spend much, but a lot of what I spend is what I earned. But still, not everybody has the privilege that I have to be able to live and not have to work a 9-to-5 job all the time. But, you know, with that being said, it's like, that should be something you guys appreciate, you know, and value, and maybe like let that person know that hey man, you know, thank you for doing what you're doing. You know, I mean, yeah, you know, I might not agree with everything that you do, but it looks like you at least care a little bit about wanting to help this planet out, you know, the animals and humanity. Like, that's something that's good, you know. And it's like, this is literally the day for Thanksgiving, and it's just ironic how, like, you know, the day before today, like, you know, there was I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, I mean, it's like saying that, I mean, thankful. I mean, how do you express being thankful other than letting somebody know that you're thankful, you know, that you care about them, that you value them, that you're glad that they're alive, you know. But it's like, yesterday, I didn't really receive any of that from people online. You know, now there's a lot of videos being made, but it's like, that's very vague. Like, just be direct. Like, just let a motherfucker know. And I think a lot of people chose not to, because they have big title names and they don't want to leave a comment, because I mean, it's like, they don't want people to see that they're watching me. And that in itself is really quite, I mean, it's kind of ugly. Just, you know, it really is. Like, for you to let that get in the way of helping somebody out when they're talking about killing themselves, because you don't want the rest of the world and my limited subscribers to see that you care about me and that you chose to comment, that says something about your soul. That says something about your character. So, you know, again, this is all just stuff telling me where we're at as a human collective. And it's worse than I thought. I already thought it was pretty bad, but it's way worse. And, you know, the thing with Joshua, like, yeah, I'm a little disappointed, to be honest, because it's like, when I mean, it's common sense, dude. If somebody tells me, if I were to receive word that somebody wanted to kill themselves, I would ask them. Like, I would at least ask, like, hey man, like, something I can do for you, what's going on, like, why, like don't just, like, I don't know, dude. It's like, this is fucking nuts right now. This is absolutely fucking insane fucking 101 asylum. Like, really? Oh, but it's all right, man. You know, that's why humanity is just, it's easily swayed. Like, that's why all you guys really need is an opportunity to live a different way, and you guys will change. I think so. I do have faith. But at the same time, I got to be real with the state that we're in, and also the fact that we are perpetuating the state. We have made this state. We have manifested this reality. It's on us. All of it. All, just like all of my pains and my desires to kill myself. All that shit is on me, not anybody else. But just because it's on me doesn't mean that other people can't help me through it. Especially when I'm like, hey, I'm hurting. I'm, you know, like when somebody's expressing pain, like the good, compassionate, humanitarian thing to do is to try to alleviate that pain in whatever way you can, whether it's by listening to that person, whether it's finding out what you can do to help that person out. That's what the word is all about. And it's like, again, I saw yesterday was proof to me that like numerous amounts of Christian people whom I'm pretty sure subscribe to me couldn't even do that. Couldn't even type in a simple little comment. I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, I don't get you guys. This is why I feel very alien to you. It doesn't matter what I say, even if I'm a sinner or anything like that. That's the thing about Jesus. He looked over that. He was there for the sinners. That was his main MO, was not to be there for the people that are already doing good, because they're already doing good. To be there for the people that aren't doing good. That's the true transmutation. That's what the word is all about. It's transmutating a demon to an angel. Okay? I was in a very low spot. That was the perfect time for somebody with a lot of good love and grace and beauty in their heart to come in and at least leave something, some type of beautiful seed, some type of a new and healthy opportunity, or some type of an inspiring, good, positive word. Yet nothing was shared. Nothing was shared. And the really sad part about this is, I'm just being real with you guys, is I literally am the dude who's devoted the past 5 to 6 years of his life to try to figure out a solution to this to humanity's problems. Because we're the problem here. It's not the animals. It's not the planet. It's us. Okay? We have fallen into this shit. We have listened to these people. We have put these fucking false paradigms and programs, and I say false because I don't think they're true, into our body, into our mind, into our spirit, and now we have become these things that are now destroying everything. Okay? And it's by design. This church thing is by design. It's all by design, dude. It's not good. If it's not solving anything, what's it really there for? Like, the word's supposed to be about solving problems, but they're not solving any problems. So it's like, you guys, I hope you all wake up, man, and I'm going to continue doing what I got to do, but these things need to be said. So y'all take care. Bye.